everybody. Welcome to the live stream. How's everybody doing today? It's been a few days since I did a live stream. As you guys know, it was my birthday 2 days ago, the 24th. So, was having a little fun celebrating, and now we're celebrating here together today. Let's see who we got. Bored now. Hello. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Russell. Thank you. Glad you could make it. It was a good birthday. Thanks, Marvel. Thanks, Ethan. That's okay if you can't make it. Hey, Stu. Hey, Songs About Everything. Thank you. Hey, Steven. Thanks so much. Hi, Scream Edits. Yes, Ghostface is celebrating with me. Hey, Eunice. Glad you can make it. Hi, Kyla. Thanks, Jelly Revolve. Glad you can make it. Hey, Zork. Thanks, Bad Bear. Thank you so much. Hey, Balloon Boy. Thanks, Oracle. Thanks, Zork. I appreciate you. We got a super chat from Jelly Revolve. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. Thanks, Eunice. I did have a good birthday, Ethan. Thank you. Yes, 28. Thanks, Wicked Dreams. We got Jenna Ortega's biggest supporter in the chat. Welcome. Thanks, Russell. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Thanks, Wyatt. Thanks, Reaper Kid. Thanks, Joaquin. I'm just going through everyone in the chat to say hello and thank you, but we can get into some Scream theories if you guys want. We can talk about whatever. So if you have any theories or questions, comments that you want to drop, feel free. And I will get to them as soon as I go through everyone. Thank you, Scream Fan. Thanks, Melvin. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Grant. Thank you. Hey, Ryan. Thank you. 6 months since you found my channel. Awesome. Okay, bye, Eunice. Hopefully you can catch the next stream. I'll probably stream tomorrow, probably a little earlier than I am tonight. Right now it's 6 p.m. my time. I don't know about the rest of you. I try to do streams at different times of the day so that everyone can tune in when they get a chance. Thanks, Khalifa. Jelly Revolve says, I think I found a debunk to the if Jill can survive electricity, so can Stu claim. All right, let's hear it. Thanks, Ryan. Thank you, Paul. Hey, Jack. Awesome, Ethan. Let's hang out. Hey, Austin. Thank you. Hey, Ray. Welcome to the Sistapam fam. Hey, Sean. Thank you. Think we'll ever get another fall release for a Scream movie? It would be nice to have it in the fall, which, I mean, I don't think that's ever happened before, right? We've never gotten a fall. The first three were always like in the winter time, like December to February. I think the third one was released in February. The fourth one was released in April, fifth one in January, and then the sixth one in March. So yeah, I mean, it would be cool to get it during the fall. It would have been perfect for Scream 6 to be in the fall because it was Halloween. So that's unfortunate. Oh, it's 3 p.m. for Jack. I agree, Balloon Boy. I want a Dewey flashback in 7. I've been saying that. I wanted a flashback in Scream 6. I thought we were going to get one. Since it was the first movie without him, you know, after his death, and just the fact that Dewey and Gail lived together in New York briefly, and because Scream 6 took place in New York, I thought we were going to get a flashback. Obviously didn't happen. So I hope we can get that in Scream 7. Most gory kill? I mean, Olivia from Scream 4 is definitely the most brutal. The one cop in Scream 2 is pretty gory. He gets like the pole through his head, and then you kind of see him like twitching. That one's pretty gory. I mean, Casey Becker, the end result of her is pretty gory looking. Jill got electrocuted for about 1.5 seconds, and by the time she got up, you could see in her eyes she was basically brain dead, while Stu was electrocuted for over 80 seconds and had multiple stabs. I mean, Jill didn't look brain dead to me. She looked like she was still all there. And Stu, I mean, was he electrocuted for 80 seconds? That seems like a long time. That's over 1 minute. Did they really show him getting electrocuted for 1 minute and 20 seconds of the movie? I don't think so. I feel like it's probably less than that. And the fact that he has multiple stab wounds, I mean, to me that doesn't that doesn't mean anything considering what so many other characters have survived. Chad, for example, I always use Chad, even though there are many other characters who have survived like multiple stab wounds and other injuries. I I appreciate the effort, but for me that just doesn't do it for me. We got a super chat from Silver Princess. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you. You said my A Quiet Place and Game of Thrones crossover is going up this Friday. Hope you check it out. So I looked for your channel I typed in your name and I couldn't find it for some reason. Let me try it again real quick on my phone. Yeah, for some reason, like, your channel doesn't come up. So, Silver Princess, can you do me a favor and leave a comment on one of my videos or community posts so that I can click on your channel and check it out? Because, yeah, I definitely would love to check it out. Thank you so much for your super chat. I always appreciate you. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's see who else we got here. Scream theory I've been hearing lately is that Scream 2022 and 6 will be retconned as stories written by Gail Weathers. I've been hearing that. I'm not crazy about that idea at all. So I hope it doesn't happen. I don't think it'll happen just because Scream is like way more grounded in reality and more consistent. So I just can't see them doing that. Is there any Ghostface who is left-handed? I believe Mickey is left-handed. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Other than Mickey, I'm not sure. I should be better at paying attention to that stuff, but I just don't. But I think Mickey is. Hey, Ronald, thank you so much. Hey, Landon, thank you. Hopefully you can catch the next stream. I agree, Russell. I would love to have Scream during Christmas. You know, there was that rumor months and months ago before all this drama with like Melissa being fired, Jenna quitting. This was back in the early fall where there was that rumor floating around that 7 was going to take place during Christmas time. And if it does, I kind of want it to be released around Christmas time. You know, you don't want a Christmas movie in the springtime. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hey, Paul, will they let Melissa back in a future Scream movie? I hope so. I don't know. I hope so. Jamie Kennedy, who plays Randy, has said that he thinks she'll be back one day. That's just his feeling. You know, he doesn't have any inside information, but he thinks that she will be back one day because he goes to all these conventions with her and he sees like the love that the fans have for her. So hopefully one day. Hey, Denisha, thank you so much. Glad you could make it. A flashback with Richie and Amber planning cult stuff with Stu and Richie going to the AA meetings with Christina would be dope to see them bring back Jack Quaid. Yeah, I definitely want some flashbacks like that where we get some gaps filled in regarding Stu and the cult. So yeah, I would love to see Amber and Richie in a flashback for sure. In regards to Stu, I think it would be jumping the shark if he survived. I owned one of those types of TVs that fell on his head. Those things were extremely heavy. Fair enough. I know it's not for everyone. The fandom is pretty divided. I personally think it would be good to bring him back. I would love to see a Tatum flashback somehow. They would have to obviously do some major like de-aging or CGI something. But yeah, I would love to see Tatum again. Hey Jamie, thank you so much. Glad you can make it. Nice, Mark. Thanks, Scream Edits. Thanks, Jermaine. My day is good. Hey, because movies, thank you. Richie or Ethan? Definitely Richie. You guys know I cannot stand Ethan. He's my least favorite Ghostface. Thanks so much. Hey, dude who loves movies. Thank you. Yes, everyone, please give the stream a like. Thanks, Pyro. No worries. Hopefully you can make the next one. I just got to turn my AC off real quick because it's like really cold in here. 1 second. I made it back. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying like maybe Sydney can have visions of Billy now, because it's a bummer that like Sam's not going to be in the movie to have visions of Billy. That's one of the first things I thought of when they announced that Melissa was fired. My brain was just going crazy with all like what that means for the movie. And one of the first things I thought of was like, oh no, Billy now. I love Billy in Scream 5 and 6. I know there's a lot of people who don't. They think it's kind of cheesy. I think it works so well, and it's just a really fun way to see Billy again. So, and I think, Vision Billy is really funny. All his lines make me laugh. Like in the first movie, Billy's not really funny. He doesn't make you laugh, but when he comes back in 5 and 6, he's hilarious. Thank you so much. It was a really good birthday. Thank you. Hey, Issa. Thank you so much. I definitely hope Scream 7 is more emotional than Scream 6. Scream 6 for me really did not have that much like emotion to it. Gail's chase scene at the end there when I thought she was gonna die, I like shed a tear for a second. But other than that, like we need some emotional deaths and stuff. Hey, Peter, thank you. Hey, Alex. I did have a good birthday. Thank you. Yes, I was born the same year that Scream came out, which I love. Let's see. The chat scrolled away from me. If they did make a Scream movie based on Christmas, it'll be called Scream: How Ghostface Stole Christmas. That would be funny. Hello. Thank you. Hey, everyone on TikTok. I'm also streaming on YouTube at the same time. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I have the Halloween 3 mask right there. Hey, Adam. Ethan said the weakest ghost faces are Ethan and Charlie and Quinn. The strongest are Mickey, Roman, and Wayne. I definitely think Ethan and Quinn are some of the weakest for sure. Charlie, however, I don't think he's one of the weakest. He, in my opinion, did most of the work himself. He has possibly the most brutal kill in the whole franchise with Olivia. So yeah. I think for me, I think Charlie is one of the strongest. Scream 5 or 6? I prefer Scream 5. Scream 5 just feels like more of a Scream movie to me, if that makes sense. Scream 6 is great. I still love it, but I don't know, it just feels like more of a spin-off to me. Hot take, Jason and Greg are my favorite ghost faces. That's funny. Thanks, Dustin. Thanks for joining the live stream. Ethan says the Kirsch family, in my opinion, best to worst, is Wayne, Richie, Ethan, Quinn. For me, it would be Richie, Wayne, Quinn, Ethan. Is Pennywise your favorite scary character? No, not my favorite. I don't know why, but I really want to see Timothy Chalamet and Ross Lynch as a Ghostface duo. Interesting. I definitely would love to see Timothy Chalamet in a Scream movie. Yeah, this mask is from Halloween 3, the pumpkin. Hey, Dino. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Hey, Jamie. Sorry, Zork. Thank you. I can't click on links right now. StreamYard, where I'm live streaming from right now, I can't really open other tabs because it slows everything down. So I'll have to check it out later. But thank you. I appreciate it. Billy's scene in the car in 5 is great when he tells Sam to cut some effing throats. Gonna miss Billy hallucinations. Yeah, that scene is great. I love that. And I also like in the shrine in Scream 6 when he says something like, get ready to slice up more mother effers. So good. Do you think Dewey should have survived? So I personally would have liked to see him survive. I'm like divided on this because I do think these movies need big emotional deaths. And as Amber said, our movie has stakes. But at the same time, I would have liked to see him survive until Scream 6 because Scream 5 was the first movie, the first time we were seeing him in over a decade. So it would have been nice to have him in a full movie to then die in Scream 6 or at least make it to the final act. So yeah, I would have loved if he survived for sure. Thanks everyone who's joining here on TikTok. What if Stu isn't in Scream 7? I'll be super bummed. Hey Shane, thank you. Do you think Stu is going to be in 7? Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. I have tons of theories on my YouTube channel. Definitely check them out if you're not familiar with them. The link is in my bio on my TikTok profile. The pumpkin I got from Spirit Halloween. Thanks, John. Hey, Climinator, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll probably do an earlier stream tomorrow, so hopefully you can make that one. We got another super chat from Silver Princess. Been trying to comment as you asked, but the spam filter keeps removing it. You can find me by switching the search type from all to channel. Okay, I'll have to do that after because now I have my phone set up because I'm streaming on TikTok, so I can't even search on my phone right now. And I can't really open another tab when I'm streaming on my laptop either because it slows everything down. So, but thank you. I will definitely check it out after the stream. Thank you so much for your super chat again, Silver Princess. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Too Smooth. Thank you. Fear the Phantom. Hello. I genuinely felt bad for Chad's death scene, but they had to ruin that. Yeah. See, like, I don't know. It doesn't work when you we need big deaths. I keep saying that. Chad's death scene definitely was pretty sad, but you know, it wasn't a real death scene. So all that emotion when you first saw it is no longer there when you rewatch it. Thanks, Brett. Oh, I think we got Brett in both chats. Yes, thank you, Brett. I did have a good birthday. Thanks for watching the stream from both platforms. Do you think any of the ghost faces will turn good in the end? Because we have never had that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I kind of hope they don't. I like to see them stay evil. But I would like to have someone get away with it and like, you know, go on to the next movie. Mickey or Roman? Probably Mickey. Stu is the GOAT. I agree. Charlie is criminally underrated. He's definitely in my top 5. My top 5, I know, is Stu, Billy, Jill, and Charlie. I can't remember who my 5th one is. I did this ranking like over a year ago at this point. But Charlie is definitely in my top 5. Thanks, Austin, for sharing the live stream. Freddy or Jason? That's really tough. I think I prefer Freddy himself as the killer, but I think I prefer the Jason movies overall. Like if we're comparing the entire franchises, I think I prefer the Jason franchise. But just as a killer alone, I think I prefer Freddy. I like a killer with more personality. And as you know, Jason never even talks. Dustin says Charlie and Roman are underrated. I definitely agree with Charlie. Roman, I feel like Roman has a lot of fans. I definitely see it more on TikTok. On my TikTok, there are a lot of Roman fans. Thanks, Eric. You know you share a birthday with Ariana Grande. Okay, so her birthday's today, I think. My actual birthday was on the 24th. But we're just celebrating here today. So I don't actually share a birthday with Ariana Grande. Hey, Kaden, thank you. My birthday was a lot of fun, and we're still celebrating. So Roman is slept on because he's in the weakest film of the franchise. Fair. Do you like Billy or Stu? I prefer Stu over Billy. I love them both. They're definitely my favorite duo. Michael or Jason? Definitely Michael. Favorite killer? Well, definitely Ghostface overall in Scream, but out of all the Ghostfaces, Stu. An overrated opinion, I think Detective Bailey is a top 3 Ghostface because he had a gun, and he's the oldest Ghostface out of them all, and he's quite strong. It definitely is cool that he had a gun like that. We've never seen Ghostface in costume use a shotgun. There have definitely been Ghostfaces using a gun after the reveal, like Billy, Jill, but yeah, that was definitely a first for the franchise. Um, he is also the oldest Ghostface, like you said, which is pretty cool. You know, a lot of people say, like, people who don't like the idea of Stu coming back, they're like, "But he's so old." Yeah, he's like the same age as Detective Bailey or younger, actually. I think Bailey is older than Stu, so a Randy flashback would be awesome for 7. I totally agree. I have been saying this for a long time, because they can definitely de-age him. You know, crazy things have been done in movies before. I mean, what's that one movie with Will Smith? Gemini Man or something like that? I've never seen it, but uh he plays himself when he's younger and it looks very realistic. So they definitely could do this for Randy. And I actually did a video on this like a few months ago, about 3 months ago at this point. It was right after Nev Campbell was announced to come back for Scream 7. Jamie Kennedy cut his hair and shaved his beard, which, if you know what Jamie Kennedy has looked like for the past several years, he's had this very like disheveled look to him with long crazy hair and a long beard. He's looked like that for years, and now all of a sudden, after Nev Campbell is officially coming back, is when he chooses to clean up his look. Maybe it's because they want to do like a flashback with him or another Randy videotape, which I would also love. Because I've been saying for years, like, if he just cleaned up his look and they de-age him, they could make it work. So I guess we'll see. Oh my gosh, we got a $10 super chat from Alex. Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate you. You said, "It infuriates me that we are being made to wait for so long for Scream 7. This is largely why I will not see Scream 7 unless Stu will be in it. To get my money, Spyglass has to do what I want." That's funny. I know it's frustrating. We need some updates soon. It's been a long time. We did just find out recently that Roger L. Jackson is officially coming back. I didn't do a video on this. I'm probably gonna film it tomorrow. Um, um, Roger L. Jackson just said at a convention, someone asked him, "What's your favorite Scream movie?" And he said 7 because it means I'm still employed. So that's a confirmation that Roger L. Jackson is back, which I wasn't doubting that he wouldn't return because you can't have Scream without Roger as long as he's living. I agree, though. It's frustrating that we have to wait this long, but at the same time, I don't want them to rush things. I want them to take their time to get things right. And And so when you say like you're not going to see Scream 7 unless Stu will be in it, don't you want to be surprised though? Don't you want to go see it in theaters and see for yourself and be surprised rather than hearing it from other people? I mean, I personally like if for whatever reason I could not see Scream 7 the day it came out and someone spoiled it for me, I would be pissed. Um so yeah, I feel like you should just go see it anyway. But I get where you're coming from. Thank you so much, Alex, for your super chat. I appreciate you. Hey, sorry I'm cursed. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Happy early birthday, Creative Graphics. Bye, Balloon Boy. Thanks, Jamie. I wonder how they're going to explain the aftermath of Scream 6 since we're not going to see them anymore. I know. I feel like it's going to be something similar to what they did for Sydney in Scream 6. Like it was just that brief conversation with Gail and the Carpenter sisters. Gail said something like, I spoke to Sydney. She's taking the kids and Mark somewhere. She deserves her happy ending. That's like all they said for Sydney. I feel like it's going to be something like that for the Carpenter sisters. Something in passing. I don't think they'll spend too much time on it. Hey, Nicholas, thank you. Who would be more likely to survive, Charlie or Jill? Probably Jill. Charlie was stabbed in the heart. And it was the original plan for Jill to survive. So Jill would probably be more likely to survive over Charlie. Do you agree that the opening kill should be Maureen's death for 7? I would love to see that. I did a video on that on YouTube and TikTok several months ago. Hey, Gavin, thanks for tuning in. I am also live on YouTube right now, if you want to join over there also. Thanks to everyone wishing me happy birthday. I appreciate it. They're about to start filming. I heard September. We still don't have any confirmation though. I heard we are supposed to be getting Scream news in July or August. Who knows? I feel like it could be any day now at this point. Thanks, Lindsay. Do you collect physical media or horror movies? Not really, no. I have some DVDs, but nothing like crazy. I definitely want to get into it though. For sure. Hey, Random Edits. I wonder if Scream 7 is going to be a different location like somewhere in Europe or anywhere other than Woodsboro. I feel like there's a good chance. A lot of people are saying Seattle because that's where Sydney lives with her family. I personally would like to see them end up in Woodsboro again eventually. Maybe they can start off somewhere else, like start the movie in Seattle and then by the end of the movie end up in Woodsboro. There are a lot of Roman stands on YouTube too. I think your channel mostly attracts Jill and Stu stands, so that's why you don't notice it. Probably. I do see a lot of Roman love on YouTube, but definitely more so on TikTok. Glad you can make it, Kaden. Matt says Stu was the underdog. He wasn't even on the cover of the original Scream. That's upsetting. I agree. I was literally just thinking about this the other day, looking at the poster. Like, it's a shame that Matthew Lillard was not on it, and neither was Jamie Kennedy or Rose McGowan, I guess. I mean, it's hard to fit everyone on the poster, I guess, but that's a shame. They should have had everyone though. What would your reaction be if Matthew Lillard followed you on Twitter? I probably would throw my phone across the room and like hyperventilate. I also would like be nervous to tweet after that, knowing that there's a good chance he's gonna see everything I tweet. I honestly don't tweet a lot. I need to be better at it. I go through like these phases where I kind of tweet a lot for a few days and then I just take like a week off. Are we still holding out hope for a Melissa Barrera return in 7? There didn't seem to be any bitterness from her side. No, I don't think. I'm not holding out hope for Scream 7 for Melissa to return at all. Maybe Scream 8. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I definitely want to be surprised for Scream 7. I absolutely am seeing it on opening night. I have to. Like, I cannot wait. Scream 6, I think I saw it like 2 days after it came out, and I avoided going on social media, even though Scream 6 was spoiled for me. I've talked about that before here with you guys. Those leaks happened with Scream 6, and unfortunately, I knew that Quinn and Bailey were the killer. No, wait. Who was it? I knew 2 of the 3. I can't remember exactly which 2, but yeah, it was spoiled for me. So Scream 7, like, I don't know, I might have to steer clear of social media as we get closer to the release date, which is unfortunate. I mean, I'll probably like still post videos. I'll film and post videos, but I'm not looking at any of the comments or anything. If Stu returned, would you prefer he be an escaped convict or a cult leader? Definitely a cult leader. You know, I've had these theories for years now at this point. Definitely think him being a cult leader is where it's headed. Thoughts on Nosferatu trailer? I did not see it. Who's in that? Is that Bill Skarsgård? He definitely would be good in that role, I'm sure. I gotta check out the trailer. When does the movie come out? Do you think they should have waited to use the Rodden mask and Stew House for part 7 or a final movie? How do you go from a different mask kind of to back to the original? Yeah, that's a good point. It probably would have been better to save it. I mean, I liked it. I liked that about Scream 6. Stu's house, though, I do want to see Stu in his house again. So I hope that when he comes back, they can go back to the house. Who knows if they'll want to do it, considering we were just at Stu's house in Scream 5. But I personally want to see us go back to Stu's house. If there is a fan event for Scream 7, I'm so going. That's awesome. I hope there can be one near where I live. Learning of Stu's return in advance would not be a spoiler, given how much discussion there has been about his potential return. I guess for me, though, it would still be a spoiler. Like, I'm fully expecting him to return, but will they actually pull it off? I don't know. Will they actually have the guts to do it? I want to be surprised in that theater. I don't want to know ahead of time. Thanks, Pete. Scream 6 was one of the most paranoid I've been to get spoiled for a movie. The weekend it came out, I went to a convention with my orientation team. It was rough. Yeah, so like I said already, I was spoiled, but I did not want to hear anything else. So I stayed offline, and I also went to a showing in the middle of the day, like early. It was like noon, because I didn't want crowds to be there like talking about it in the lobby of the movie theater. And so when I got there, I went to use the bathroom before the movie started, and people came into the bathroom, and I was like so nervous that they were going to talk about it in the bathroom. That would be such a sucky way to be spoiled. Like, you make it to the movie theater, and then right before going in to see the movie is when you get spoiled. That would suck. Bye, Zork. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you can join the stream tomorrow. Would you meet Matthew Lillard if it meant never watching another Scream movie? No, I wouldn't. I'd rather watch Scream and future Scream movies. And, you know, I don't even know if I want to meet Matthew Lillard. Of course, I would love to, but like, I honestly would be so nervous. And I don't know, when I think about going to a convention and meeting them, I'm like nervous at the thought of it. You know how they say like you shouldn't meet your heroes or whatever? I don't know. I could I could live the rest of my life without meeting any of the cast. If the opportunity presented itself, of course I would take it, but I could I could go the rest of my life without meeting them. I feel like it would be cool if somebody anonymously bought Stu's house and it turned out to be Stu. If we could get like a short scene of just him in the house planning with the cult. That would be cool. Yeah, imagine like I don't know, after Amber was killed, he like bought it back from her parents. I wish Randy was revealed as a secret killer in Scream 2. And after the reveal, he said to Sydney, finally, the geek gets the girl, to reflect what he said at the end of the film study scene. That actually would be, um, that actually would have been a good twist. But at the same time, like I have said, something that I love about Randy is that he has this like pure innocence to him. So I personally would not like to see him as a Ghostface. I do not understand why it would take guts to bring back Stu, especially considering that a lot of the fans want him to be brought back. I just think because there is a lot of people who don't want him to come back, I do think there are far more people who want him back than don't. But the people who don't want him back are very loud about it and very angry. I'm sure you guys have noticed this in like comment sections. Some people comment on my videos who don't want Stu back, and they can be very angry and nasty and rude. Like, it's a movie, people. We have to remember this is just a movie. It's not that serious. Um, but yeah, I think that that's why they might not want to bring him back because they might be scared of pissing some people off. But it's like you can't please everyone. No matter what, people are some people are going to be disappointed. Whether you bring him back or not, there will be a group of people who are disappointed. But like I said, the people who don't want him back are very angry, so they might not want to piss off the wrong group. If Stu is back, I feel like there is no way we don't get spoiled. That's what I'm nervous about. Like, you know, there's always like set photos from set. How are we going to get around this? I don't know. They're going to have to like sneak him in and out of the set. Like, do you guys know Taylor Swift? She like to get in and out of places, she hides inside of boxes. Like her team will wheel in her inside of a box, like pretending that it's like sound equipment, but Taylor Swift is really hiding inside. They're going to need to do this for Matthew Lillard because we cannot see him photographed anywhere near that set. And if photos like that leak, half of me will be super disappointed that it's spoiled, but the other half of me will be really excited that it's happening. The YouTube video that said if Stu was still alive in Scream 5 was just a jab and Easter egg for fans, but they still need an in-universe answer as to why they would assume he would be alive. I mean, we also have that line in Scream 6 with Mindy and Kirby when Kirby is like, the TV that killed Stu Macher, and Mindy's like, yeah, if you believe he's dead. And then Kirby gives her a look like she knows something. As an FBI agent, she could definitely have some inside information. I personally think she knows that Stu's alive, but she can't tell the rest of the gang because it's like top secret FBI stuff. Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to give us some answers for sure. Bye, Ethan. Thanks for joining the stream. Hopefully you can join tomorrow. I feel like if Stu was to come back, he should recreate and reference all the greatest lines from the original. I definitely want some callbacks to the original for sure. Nice, Ray. I also have faith Stu will return. We gotta keep the faith. Manifestation is real. We gotta manifest this. Every day I manifest Stu's return. After the stream, you should watch the Scream 7 trailer concept. I'll check it out. I might have already seen it, honestly, if we're talking about the same one. I'm sure there's multiple. So yeah, I'll check it out. Thanks, Songs About Everything. Stu will return. You guys all gotta go subscribe to Songs About Everything. They are the one who wrote the Stu Macher is Alive song. And the sequel song, Stu Clues. Stu the murderer is your hero? I mean, I was talking about Matthew Lillard. I wouldn't say he's my hero. It was just a saying that people say. Like, don't meet your heroes or whatever the saying is. Kirby would have known. Yeah, I agree. I think Kirby knows that Stu is alive. But she can't just blab her mouth to Mindy or the Carpenter sisters because it's like still an ongoing investigation. I will leave you with this one last question. If Stu is not going to return, why have we been given so many pieces of evidence that he is alive? I'm with you. That's why I think, there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to return. There's been so much evidence, so many clues. Why do that? And some people say like, oh, this is just the writers making fun of you Stu believers. But why would they do that? Because honestly, before the Scream franchise returned, before Scream 5, the Stu movement did not have this many people. Like, there were people who have believed it since Scream 3 because that was the original plan to bring him back, but the Stu believers did not have this much steam before Scream 5. So why would they make fun of this group of people? I don't know. I feel like it would be interesting if instead of bringing him back as a killer, they brought Stu back as more of a hero or a bystander instead of a Ghostface. But it doesn't seem likely. I know there's a lot of people who say that. I personally don't want to see that. I want Stu to remain an evil killer. He definitely, maybe he can like pretend to be a changed man. Um, but I still want him to be a bad guy. Thanks, Steven. Thanks, Amy. Thanks for joining the live stream. Do you think they would show Stu in the trailer to get people to go see the movie? I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I don't know. Like, I guess it's always a possibility. A lot of people have talked about that. I really hope not. That would be terrible, in my opinion. Hey, Steven, we're just talking about mostly the Scream movies, but also some other horror movies as well. Hey, Wayne, thank you so much. Oh, it's 9 a.m. for you. What did you do for your birthday? Nothing crazy. I just went out to lunch. It was nice. I never really do anything crazy for my birthday. Bye, Alex. Thank you so much for all your questions and your super chat from earlier. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you can catch tomorrow's stream also. I don't know what time I'll be streaming though. Hey, Ems. Hey, Greg. Thanks, Steven. Thank you, Jez. Thanks, Angelica. Welcome to the stream. That would ruin everything. Are you referring to Matthew Lillard being revealed in the trailer? If so, I totally agree. Kevin Williamson is writing this one just like he is directing, with Nev coming back. Lillard said he would only come back if Nev did. The puzzle pieces are coming together. Totally agree. Yeah, so before Nev Campbell was officially announced that she was returning, I was saying on here, like, as long as I was saying, like, the worst possible news that we could get is that Nev Campbell's not returning, because then that would pretty much be confirmation for me that Matthew Lillard wasn't going to come back. Because like you said, he said he'll only come back if Nev does. So the pieces are all coming together, like you said. Stu definitely has to return as a villain. Totally agree. I don't want to see him be like a good guy. Like I said, like he could pretend to be good, pretend to be a changed man, but he's got to be evil. Jess says, I'm more on board with him being alive now. I think they need something like that to rejuvenate it as well. Totally agree. I mean, it's never been done before in this franchise, bringing back a past killer. It's something new and different. I personally do not want to see another new random killer. It's been done 6 times. You know, and all these people who do not want Stu to return, I mean, you know, you're allowed to think that. I respect your opinion, but don't you want to see something different? Like, and then, you know, with the next movie, Scream 8, we can go back to new random people again. Then you can get what you want. Like, let us Stu believers be happy just for one movie, and then we can go back to the regular formula. Thanks, Oscar. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Willow, it is very sad when Randy dies. It totally sucks. Carnage Candy, thank you. It was your birthday yesterday. My actual birthday was the 24th. Harry, I totally agree. Stu better be the killer in the next film. I love that Scream 6 had the idea to collect so many Easter eggs and props from the past movies. It would have been perfect for Stu to come back, but it is what it is. Yeah, it would have been cool to see him in the shrine. I'd like to think that that is his collection. I mean, you guys know I have this whole theory about the sketches from the shrine, the drawings. I think those are Stu's. I don't think Richie could have drawn them. Like logically, just you know, if you're familiar, if you've been in my live streams, then you know what I'm talking about. With Principal Himbry, like Richie could not have drawn that. It could only be Stu. So I think Stu's been collecting that stuff, or most of it at least. Yes, Peter, this is a great point. If Stu was dead, wouldn't his clothes be in the Scream 6 shrine? I have done a video on this before. I included it in a bunch of my Stu videos on YouTube here, like my 50 Stu Clues video. And I did actually do a TikTok about this over a year ago at this point. And a lot of people were misunderstanding what I was saying. They thought I was referring to his Ghostface cloak. And a lot of people were like, oh, it's because him and Billy shared a Ghostface cloak. But I was referring to his tan colored sweater that he supposedly died in. Like you said, if he died, his sweater would have been in the shrine because Billy's outfit was in the shrine. His white t-shirt, Billy's white t-shirt that he died in, was in the shrine. So where was Stu's tan sweater? It wasn't there. Only his red robe that he wore at the party was there. And that's because, by the time Sydney took him out with the TV, he wasn't wearing the robe anymore. So, this is a great point, and I'm glad you brought it up. Thanks, Pine. It would be so underwhelming if it's just some random killer after Sydney for some random reason. Totally agree. We don't need more of that. Like I just don't care if it's another random person going after Sydney for just being Sydney Prescott. That's so ridiculous to me at this point. Like 7 movies in, it needs to be something else. It needs to be Stu returning, wanting revenge on Sydney. Let's just close this chapter up. And then we can go back to more random people in Scream 8 to make everyone else happy. They might tease us hard in Scream 7 that Stu is back, and then at the reveal, the unmasking is Leslie Macher, not previously shown in this movie. She then rants about how you all thought it was Stu, but her brother is dead and has been since 96. No. I mean, I definitely would like to see Leslie Macher involved somehow. But no, Stu has to come back. Scream fans want something new, but when they give them something new, they're disappointed. I can't tell if you're team Stu or not. No random people being revealed this time. Please, for the love of God. Yeah. Hey, Madman. Thanks for joining. Also, I feel like you've said this before, but the height difference between Dewey's killer and Amber just proves that it's Stu, since Dewey is around 6'1" and Stu being 6'4", while Amber is around 5'3". Yeah, the whole height difference thing like really pisses me off. According to the screen creators, we can't look at height and it means nothing, which I think is it's such BS and like unfair to the audience in a whodunit. Like with whodunits, you look at clues and stuff to try to figure out who the killer is. And now you're telling me we can't even look at the height? That's just ridiculous to me. Doubt Nev would come back if it was a random nobody as Ghostface. I mean, I hope so. She said, she thought it was a great story when she read it. So hopefully she was on board with Stu coming back. I mean, she does these conventions with Matthew Lillard, and she knows that he's wanted it for years. So hopefully she would do him a little favor and only come back if he could come back also. You think we'll also see Angelina? I hope not. Thanks for sharing the live, Harry. Appreciate you. I personally don't care for Angelina at all. I know she has some fans out there. People want her to come back. So there is that theory that she's still alive. Because her death was a little suspicious, I will admit. And it was the original plan that she was Roman's partner. So, you know, maybe she's still alive, but I personally don't want her to be. She's one of my least favorite characters ever. I find her honestly so annoying. Hey, Tiger Lord. That's okay. Thanks for joining. I'm probably going to go for about another 30 minutes, maybe less. We've been going for an hour and 20, which is awesome. But I do almost daily live streams. So if you ever miss one, chances are you can catch the next one. I'm definitely going to live stream tomorrow also. I just don't know what time. We also got to do our Scream 2 watch party soon. I haven't forgotten about it. I think Amber is one of the most underrated ghost faces. She's not my favorite, but she has grown on me a lot. With every rewatch of Scream 5, I like her a little bit more. I also do think that she has a lot of fans, like with these new younger fans who are kind of just finding out about Scream, they love Amber. So she definitely has a lot of fans out there. Possible cult with previous characters we thought were dead, plus some surprises. Cult leader Stu, members Charlie and his secret wife Kirby, Ethan, Jill, Leslie, who else? I don't know if they would want to do that. That might just be too many people. I mean, I would love it. I would love for Charlie to return with Stu. I would love Kirby to be a part of it. I've always wanted Kirby to be a Ghostface. I would love for Jill to come back. And I want Leslie to be involved also. Ethan, I don't want to see ever again. A lot of people want Mickey to return. But like I said, that might just be too many people. I think we should feel lucky that we're getting Stu. They might think it's just too much to bring back another one. What would you think if Martha Meeks turned out to be the killer? I wouldn't mind it. I wonder what her reasoning would be. Like, maybe just like, I don't know, revenge for the death of her brother. But then how do we explain her attacking the twins? Maybe she's just now becoming Ghostface, like she wasn't a Ghostface in 5 and 6. Now she's a new one. I wouldn't mind it as long as like Stu also comes back. You know, if we don't get Stu and it's just Martha, then I'll be like, what the hell is this? See that Spirit Halloween has another Ghostface animatronic. This time around, it's either Richie or Amber, judging by the dialogue. I did see that they have a new Ghostface animatronic. I didn't hear what the dialogue is, though. That's interesting. Detective Bailey is also an underrated Ghostface. Yeah, I don't know for me. Madman says Bailey as a Ghostface cracks me up. Yeah, he's not my favorite. After the reveal, he's pretty funny, which I kind of like. But yeah, he's not my favorite. Side note, found my first Spirit Halloween location yesterday. Ooh, what do you mean? Like, it's opening soon? I did see some posts like now hiring or hiring soon. I feel like they don't open until like August though, which sucks. They should be open all year. Thanks, Rob. Nobody says a thing when Nancy Loomis was Ghostface, but when it's Amber or Quinn as Ghostface, it's a problem. Well, Nancy only had one kill with Randy, and she had like the element of surprise, which I mean, I have said something about this before. I've said, like, I feel like Randy could have taken Mrs. Loomis, but at the same time, she did have the element of surprise, so you never know. But the thing with Amber and Quinn is that there are a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Discrepancies, like a lot of things that don't add up. I've done tons of videos on this. I don't know how familiar you are with them. So yeah. Thanks, Tiger Lord. No worries. Yes, gotta do the watch party soon. It's been a while since I did the first one. Things just got crazy with me moving houses. And then I just kind of like forgot about it for a little while. But yeah, we're gonna do a watch party soon. I already made the thumbnail for it. I just gotta schedule it. Maybe this week. No, actually, maybe next week. What if Stu comes back driving an actual train, hence the Stu train? That would be funny. Who do you think was a worse boyfriend between Billy and Stu? That is a good question. They both were kind of crappy. I mean, probably Billy though. He cheated on Sydney for a long time, so gotta go with Billy. Would you do a reaction to movies or TV shows on the channel? Yeah, I'd be open to it. Who's the most underrated Ghostface? I think Charlie. Hey, Ninja Fighter, thank you. Sistapam as Ghostface, revealed as secret sister of Amber. Thanks so much. Hopefully you can catch the next one. If you had to pick a survivor to live through Scream 7, would it be Mindy or Chad? Definitely Chad. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate you. Definitely Chad. I like Chad more than Mindy. I feel like Stu and Mickey would have been great friends, but they would have tried to kill each other in the final act. It would have been funny to see them together. Thanks, Carmen. Cece was her second kill. Yeah, I don't know. I know some people think Mrs. Loomis killed Cece. I personally think it was Mickey. Petition to get Pam a cameo in the movie, kind of like how Dead Meat got their cameo when Richie was watching YouTube. I would love that. um, I literally have thought about this before, like with the whole Stu Macher thing. You know, they had that little when Richie was watching Dead Meat in Scream 5, they had that little YouTube video on the side, like, did the real life Stu Macher survive or whatever it said. So what if in Scream 7, one of the characters is, you know, looking online on YouTube at all these Stu Macher believers, and a bunch of our YouTube channels came up in the movie, like mine, Craven Something Scary, Destination Station, Wolfman's Got Nards. I don't know how many of you are familiar with their channels, but they're all Stu believers also. So it would be very cool if we got a chance to be in Scream 7. That would be amazing. And then we also have to include Songs About Everything, who wrote the Stu Macher is Alive song. Imagine we got the Stu Macher is Alive song in Scream 7. We got to make this happen. You guys got to like help me out and share the song with people, tweet it out. Let's do whatever we got to do. Hey, Dim, we got a super chat from Dim. 90s thriller to watch, A Kiss Before Dying. Let me write that down. I'm currently rewatching Stranger Things. Thank you so much for your super chat, by the way. I appreciate you. I'm currently rewatching Stranger Things season 3. I started with for like the summertime vibes because that's the season with July 4th and the carnival. And I just got to season 4. So I want to finish that first before I watch any movies. But I definitely will check this out. Thank you, Dim. What is all the Scream related things you have? You have Blu-ray 1 to 3, VHS. Cool. I have quite a lot. I have endless t-shirts. I have like 5 Scream t-shirts, maybe more. I have this poster here. I have my 2 masks up here and the Scream game. What else? I was just gifted the Scream soundtrack for my birthday yesterday. And I have Ghostface socks I was just gifted yesterday. I have the posters for all 6 movies. What else? I feel like that's it. What's your favorite scary movie? Definitely Scream. Other than Scream, I really like Jeepers Creepers. One of my favorites. Very nostalgic for me. I watched it as a kid. That one came out in 2001, I think. And I was 5. So I watched it pretty young. It made me fall in love with Justin Long. I absolutely love him. So definitely Jeepers Creepers. Hey Zach, thank you. Yes, Justin Long is definitely a Scream King. He's in so many horror movies. So is Kyle Gallner. He is definitely a Scream King. Which killers did Spirit Halloween use for the previous Ghostface? I know they used Jill Charlie with Scream 4 dialogue, then used dialogue from the opening of 5, Richie and Amber. I don't know. I've never checked out any of the animatronics. I did not realize that they used dialogue from the movie. So I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Have you done videos on all your Scream merch? If not, you should. That's a good idea. I should. I've showed off a lot of it. Like, I did a video about a month ago revealing my new film setup in my new house that I have behind me. So definitely showed off a lot of it in that video. But I've never showed off all of my t-shirts other than like wearing them in my videos, but sometimes you can't even really see them because like they get cut off in the shot, or like my microphone covers them. So yeah, I definitely could do a video showing off some of my Scream merch. I need to get some more stuff. Once Spirit Halloween opens, definitely gonna get some more. Hi, Tommy. Was Jeepers Creepers the movie that got you into horror? I would say it was probably the Halloween franchise. I feel like I probably watched Halloween first and the Chucky movies. Like, I remember being very young watching Halloween and Child's Play. I was obsessed with Halloween as a kid. But then, yeah, Jeepers Creepers definitely was one of the first movies that probably got me into horror. Jeepers Creepers has seen better days. I feel like I'm the only one that didn't hate 3. 3 was a pretty solid movie. I have talked about that on here before. It can't compare to the first 2. The first one's amazing. Second one, great sequel, great follow-up to the first one. The third one, on my first watch, I didn't really like it that much, but then when I rewatched it, I was like, okay, this movie's not that bad. And then I rewatched it again, and I was like, yeah, this is a solid movie. 3 is really not that bad. And excuse me, I really liked the ending of 3 that they showed us Trish. So I kind of had high hopes for the 4th one. Maybe like thinking Trish would be in it, maybe. But no, the 4th one was absolutely terrible. I didn't even finish it. I only watched half of it, and I had to rent it I literally spent money to rent this movie and I didn't even finish it. So, we know there's talks of a fifth one. Hopefully the fifth one is better. We got another super chat from Dim. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Should Ghostface be more creative, violent, or both? Definitely both. Definitely want to see some more creative kills. I do think Scream 6 got a little bit more creative. Like the ladder scene was fun, something that's never been done before. Definitely, we got the two ghost faces, but tag teaming Chad, but didn't actually kill him. Definitely would love to see a more violent Ghostface. They really gotta up the stakes in Scream 7. They gotta deliver. Definitely, Ghostface should be both more creative and violent for sure. Hopefully, we get that in Scream 7. Thanks for your super chat, Dim. I appreciate you. Have you seen Tusk with Justin Long? I recommend for weirdness. I have. Very disturbing. That movie, yeah. Very disturbing. We were just saying a few minutes ago how Justin Long is the scream king. And it's true, like his screams in certain movies are just ingrained in my brain forever. Like his screams at the end of Jeepers Creepers haunt me. And Tusk also. He like screams his freaking head off. Hey PJ. Thanks 80s horror. What are your expectations for Scream 7? Definitely Stu Macher returning. Hey, Stud Macher. There was a vampire movie Justin Long was in, but I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I saw that. What the hell is it called? The one with his real life wife. Is her name Kate Bosworth? Is that his wife? Yeah, I saw that about a year ago. Really wasn't that great. Didn't love that movie. I've always thought after watching Sick, Gideon Adlon would be a cool addition to Scream. She mildly resembles Amber. I haven't seen Sick. I need to. It's on my very long list of movies I need to watch. If you could rate the Scream movies, which order would they be in? So from best to worst, I'm doing 1, 4, 2, 5, 6, 3. I agree, Wayne. Scream 7 needs a minimal trailer. 5 and 6 trailers showed way too much. Totally agree. I think Scream 6 definitely showed way too much. I honestly can't even remember the Scream 5 trailer. I feel like didn't the Scream 5 trailer show Sam killing Richie, and like they showed the back of his head. So if you just paid attention, you knew that Sam was going to kill Richie. I don't know, but with 6, like I can't stand that they showed the entire bodega scene. I've said this before. Like they showed the entire bodega scene except for the part of how they get away by tipping over the shelves of stuff. They literally showed the whole scene. Like imagine how cool it would be to see that scene completely for the first time in the movie theater. So, yeah, 7 needs like just a teaser trailer. We don't need much. A part of me doesn't even want to watch a trailer. When the trailer drops, a part of me doesn't even want to watch it because I want to be completely surprised. But I'm gonna have to watch it because it's a part of my job. I'm gonna have to like break down the trailer for my YouTube channel. So yes, Dino, House of Darkness sounds right to me. We got a super chat from High on Horror. Thank you so much. You said you sent me a DM on Instagram. I will have to check it out after the stream because I have my phone set up live streaming on TikTok right now, so I can't check on my phone. And I also can't open another tab on my laptop right now because it slows the stream down. So I will definitely check it out after the stream. Thank you so much for your super chat, High on Horror. I appreciate you. And welcome to the stream. Wayne's order from best to worst is Scream 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6. Pretty solid. I definitely agree with the first 3. Let's see. I'm probably going to go for another 10 minutes or so. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely send them in now. I will try to get to them all. You can also send in a super chat. Those take priority. I am sure to see them. They are guaranteed a response, and I greatly appreciate them. So thank you. Thanks, Pine. I want Stu to come back, but I think it would be a bit stupid if they did. No. Hey, Movie Ginger. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you are as well. Yes, this is a Killer Clown's mask, Shorty. Do you think the aged Ghostface masks making a comeback in 7? I hope so. Maybe not right away in the movie because then I don't know, maybe it can make it a little obvious that like Stu's back, but I would love to see Stu wearing his old mask. I mean, you know, I think he already was wearing it in Scream 6 during Gail's attack scene, killing Brooks. So hopefully during his reveal, he can be wearing it. How much physical media do you have? Not a lot. My dad actually just gave me a bunch. I have it right here. I can't really grab it, but yeah, I can't grab it right now, but I can see right now he gave me the Godfather movies, which I've actually never seen. Don't hate me. I don't have a lot of physical media. I have Spider-Man 1 and 2 with Tobey Maguire, which we were talking about on the stream the other day, is some of my favorite movies. I have quite a few other DVDs, but I can't see right now what I have, honestly. Yes, Wayne, I am almost at 10,000 subs, kind of. I haven't hit 9,000 yet, so but yes, we will do a celebration when I hit 10K. So please help me get to 10K any way that you can. You know, share the channel with people. I don't know, just comment on my videos, give them a like. It helps to boost out my stuff to other people. And also, I did say that if you guys can help me get to 15K, I will get a Ghostface tattoo. So, any way that you can help me grow, please do. If you know anyone who is a fan of the Scream franchise, share my channel with them, please. Rob says, I just don't see Stu coming back. I sure do. Do you collect any animatronics? I do not. Would you ever do a 24-hour stream if Stu returned? I don't know. I hadn't thought about a 24-hour stream. Maybe. I definitely would have to take some breaks. Like, well, that's too long. I can't stay awake for 24 hours. I have to sleep. So, maybe like a super long one though that I've never done before, like 5 hours. I feel like there are people who stream for 5 hours, but the longest I've ever done is like a little over 2 hours. Do you think Prisoner of Azkaban could be considered a horror movie? I definitely think the whole franchise of Harry Potter could be considered horror. There are some very scary moments, especially as a young kid watching them. I mean, I was young when the third one came out, and those Dementors, scary. Some scenes in the fourth one, Goblet of Fire, scary. And they just get darker as the movies go on. So definitely could be considered horror. Thanks, Eric. Welcome. I am unfortunately ending the stream very shortly, a couple minutes. But thanks for popping in. Hopefully you can catch the stream tomorrow. The Human Centipede trilogy 10K watch party. Absolutely not. All right. Thank you, everyone on TikTok, for tuning in. I am going to end the stream now. Thanks for liking the stream, following me, sharing the stream. I appreciate you guys. And I will catch you next time. Okay, yeah, this is definitely not happening. I I was pretty young when these movies came out. I kind of remember watching the first two, like, at a sleepover, as you do. Um, I don't think I ever saw the third one. Not my cup of tea. Hey, Greg, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know where I would get my Ghostface tattoo. Maybe on my arm. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Russell. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. We've been hanging out for 2 hours, which is awesome. Definitely gonna go live tomorrow, so hopefully some of you can make it. Probably like midday for my time, Eastern time. So hopefully you can make it. Yeah, maybe a sleepaway can't watch party. I did just watch it recently, so don't know how soon I want to watch it again. um, but thanks, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow.